Welcome to the Aura Evolution Podcast, a sacred place for you to return home to your soul. I'm Helen Ep.1, founder of Helen Creates Beauty and the author of the Aura Color Wheel. This podcast is a sanctuary from soul discovery to soul mastery. Each week, we explore aura wisdom, spirit connection, and energy tools to help you embody your light and live your soul's purpose with clarity, joy, and fulfillment. Take a deep breath. Welcome home.
Hello, everyone. I believe I'm live. Just double checking. So if you're live with me, please let me know if you can see me and hear me well and type it in the comment. I'm so excited. This is the first episode of the Aura Evolution podcast. I'm your host, Helen Ep.1. If we haven't met, I'm the founder of Helen Creates Beauty and the author of the Aura Color Wheel. As a result of my work, my clients find and live their soul's purpose with clarity, joy, and fulfillment. I work with spiritual seekers, creatives, and entrepreneurs to reclaim their inner radiance, connect with their spirit team, and channel their full spectrum of light into purpose and beautiful soul expressions. So, are you ready to unlock your soul's purpose with me today? so, this podcast is going to be live on all social media platforms. So, on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram on Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And if you want to catch the audio on the go, then every Tuesday it's going to be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. All you need to search and subscribe is the Aura Color Wheel, the Aura Evolution podcast. Okay, so before we get into today's topic, today I want to focus straight into that a lot of us want to be in alignment of starting a new year, 2026, is how can I be in alignment with my soul's purpose? So that's the main topic today. Like what is my soul's purpose? How can we know that we are on our purpose? And also, how can we remember what our purpose is, right? Those are important questions to answer before we set our New Year intentions. Now, before we begin, I want to let you know that this particular podcast, the first 3 episodes will be solo episodes. So basically, I will be the host and give and talk of a specific topic. So if you are on my email list, or if you can write comments below in any platform that you're watching this, please let me know what would you like to see more that I discuss about. So it's anything related to your soul and spiritual wisdom, as well as connecting with your spirit team. And then also, and the last week of every month, so the last week of every month, I will invite a guest on where I will ask some soulful questions and good advice in different spiritual fields, experts to give you advice on, living in alignment with your soul's purpose. Before we dig into today's topic, I have some exciting announcement to announce. Well, first of all is my New Year intention workshop. I'm just going to share it on the screen. Let me figure out whether I can do that. I guess it works. Okay, so it's the New Year Intention Feng Shui Crystal Grid Workshop. It's going to be hosted on a Jupiter's Day. So Thursday, the governed planet for Thursday is Jupiter, the lucky planet. I always like to choose that day to do spiritual work because it's for learning, higher learning, philosophy, and discovering the self. And it's on January 22nd. So we kind of settle down from the new year, right? Between 10 to 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. So this workshop is a ritual that I've been doing for the past few years to manifest my intention I'm also a third generation feng shui master and certified crystal grid healer. So I know how powerful if we combine the Mother Earth energy plus the feng shui, Father Sky energy together to actually help us manifest our intention. That's why I created this workshop for my community. It's totally free. The only requirement is that you have purchased the Aura Color Wheel book. And because in the book, there was some material I'm going to, dive a little bit deeper into. So the book is right here with me actually today. And then, so you have the book, and also you have written a 5-star review on Amazon, please. So it's my energetic exchange to offer this workshop for your soul. So if you can take a screenshot of your Amazon review, then you can, register for the event. And I'm going to drop the link. So all of the things that I'm talking about is on my website homepage, helencreatesbeauty.com, createsbeauty.com. And you can also do the direct link. This is the direct link, events.helencreatesbeauty.com/crystal grid workshop. Okay, so I hope to see you there. It's totally free. It's 90 minutes. We are going to call in spirit guidance, set our new year intention in alignment with our soul's purpose. Then we are going to create a custom crystal grid for each of us. So after you register, you will receive a workbook, and inside the workbook, it will have recommendations of what crystals to prepare for the workshop based on the area of your intention. It's going to be a really soulful and also high vibe energy when we gather together to do this together. Okay, so I hope to see you there, and you can register on my website, totally free. Just need to, and the book is only $20. It's a soul evolution blueprint. I highly recommend you to have it and write a 1-sentence 5-star review on Amazon as an energetic exchange to participate in this workshop. So, and also, I don't want to forget to announce, if you purchase the book, you know that you get 3 extra bonus. First is that you get to join a private Facebook group called the Aura Color Wheel Circle. And there I host spirit message readings. So I do live Q&A on a quarterly basis and spirit message reading, where I will tune into the quantum field and see who are your spirit guides, what messages they have for you currently. And it's one of the favorite activities of my community. So that's one of the bonus when you purchase the Aura Color Wheel book. And the second bonus, this is very important, also related to the Crystal Grid workshop, is you get a personalized feng shui birth element and gua number reading. So in this reading, you're going to understand the 4 lucky directions for love, abundance, health, and spiritual growth. So once you understand those 4 lucky directions, the good thing is you are able to then basically hang your crystal grid. Once you created your crystal grid, you are able to hang it there in that particular lucky direction of yours, so that to amplify the energy. So that's why, it's a great reading to have. And typically it costs $150 per reading. So you're going to get this for free if you purchase the Aura Color Wheel book. And lastly, because I'm going to share a little bit of my personal journey to spiritual awakening, and you understand the importance of meditation to my spiritual journey. So that's why I also want to emphasize the importance of share the gift of meditation. So when you purchase the Aura Color Wheel book, you get $50 off the Rainbow Aura Meditation Bundle, which consists of 49 originally composed of digital frequency music guided meditation to raise your vibration for each aura layer. So that's like 7 aura layers inside, 6 aura layer inside of your body, 1 above the crown. And those 7 major chakras, it's going to, lit up from within. That's how you reclaim your inner radiance. So that's also, you get $50 off that as well as a bonus. So those are the exciting news before we get to today's topic. And lastly, I want to share that my book, The Aura Color, will also become a finalist in the Conscious Life Expo Book Award. I will be speaking at the expo on February 20th. It's in LA. So if you want to pay a visit to LA and participate in this, the biggest event, spiritual expo actually in the US, it's about 30,000 registrants so far. So the Aura Color Wheel book made to the finalists as one of the finalists for the book award. And the voting, it's like, it doesn't require it doesn't require any purchase or sign up. And I'm going to put the link there. You can just, and also I will put the link in the podcast. It's totally free, and it takes only 10 seconds for you to vote for the book. So it will be my absolutely appreciation for you to vote for the Aura Color Wheel book if it helps you in any way. And okay, so that's the exciting news on my end before I want to dive deep into the topic of what is our soul's purpose today. So everything I just discussed, I saw a question coming in. It's like everything I just discussed, it's going to be on my website homepage. I'm going to have the link in the video recording as well as the audio in my podcast. So my website homepage is again www.helencreatesbeauty.com. Okay, so I will be very exciting to see you in my upcoming workshop. And today we're going to talk about our soul's purpose. It's one of the $1 million questions that I've been seeking a long time. So to share with you a personal story of where I began my spiritual journey to what gets me here today is that I think we'll go back to 2011. That's my first wake-up call. So before that, I would say that I was sleeping, so completely asleep. Before that, I was born and raised in China. In Guangzhou, China, and then moved to Hong Kong with my family, and later on came to the US for my higher education. So since childhood, I was basically brainwashed to just get all A's at school, and so that I will have a happy and abundant, successful life. So that's all I've been taught. So I was studying actual hard, always an A student, until I, went all the way straight A's until PhD program with full scholarships. So I thought, wow, great. So now, I'm going to have success and fulfillment, right? That's what we're all looking for. That was in 2011. That was my last year in my PhD program. I also was engaged to my current husband, and luckily 15 years flew by. We're still together. So at that point, I thought, wow, so this is what success and happiness is going to look like. A nice job, nice high-paying job, with a good family. However, I wasn't happy. I was frequent a lot of therapist offices because of anxiety and depression. And in 2011, I still remember in January, I had an ER visit due to a panic attack. That's how severe it is. So the whole time, I did a lot of therapy, take medication at the time also to calm down the symptoms. And I still remember I did evaluation, and the therapy told me that, hey, Helen, it seems like you are a free spirit. So why are you doing, data and analysis and writing, academic publications in a PhD program? And I'm like, well, I have no idea. I thought that was, all the way to happiness, right? So that's when I begin to ask 3 really deep questions. Who am I? Why am I here? And how can I truly be happy? And those 3 questions led me on a deep self-discovery and self-healing journey. And the first stop is actually a local yoga studio called the Yoga on Main. At the time I was in Philadelphia on Main Street. That was one of the oldest yoga studios. And Shiva Das was my first yoga meditation teacher. And he highly recommended me to join the teacher training. And I just feel called after a period of practice. I feel the energy. I just feel good when I enter into the studio. And then I'm like, okay, I will try. And the first time I did a group meditation with a bunch of strangers, I literally I was sobbing like a baby. I was crying so much. I was purging so much emotion. And the whole time while I'm meditating, I feel something bigger than me was holding me the whole time. I even thinking about it makes me all emotional, because now I knew that was Mother Mary. At the time I had no idea because my third eye wasn't opening. And if you ask me 15 years ago if I believe in angels or not, I would tell you that, well, they don't exist. Because growing up, I was not religious or into anything spiritual at all. That's not how I brought up, right? So I brought up in a scientific perspective of the world. And then from then on, I was completely addicted to meditation. Literally, meditation becomes my medication. So I pretty much meditate every single day for 20 minutes a day, consistently. And after 3 months of my daily meditation, oh my gosh, my anxiety and depression was completely healed. I just saw a comment came in. Helix Fire, so excited for this podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in live. Feel free to write any comments and questions. When I'm, talking along, I will checking my comment as well. So so that's basically like meditation. It's almost like my medication. So I just keep addicted to it because it feels so good. It feels a sense of home or belonging. So I keep meditating every single day. And after 7 years of daily meditation, that was about 2018, I had my first Kundalini awakening. And that was spontaneous. I wasn't planned. Because I always have some spiritual practice in the background about, on different subjects, right? On different self-discovery systems, like Vedic astrology, Enneagram, human design, Gene Keys, as well as at the time I was doing my crystal healing certification. And I literally DM my teacher, Ashley Levy, that, okay, my third eye is opening. I begin to see all kinds of spirits. It was going nuts. It was going wild. What should I do, right? And she recommended me to put a black tourmaline on my third eye to calm it down at the time. So it took me a while to kind of integrate. But what happened to me is that there was a surge of energy from the base of the spine or shoots up. It's like intertwined energy, 2 energy. One is yin, one is yang. So if in the wisdom tradition, Hindu text is the Sushumna in the middle, right? And the Ida and Pingala, so the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy is coming up. That's how I feel, a surge of energy, and then my third eye is open. When I set third eye open, it means that I begin to see spirit in different forms. Your past, my past ancestors, as well as angels, star beings, animal spirit, or aura, or the color, the natural magnetic field around people and actually all living things, plants, animals, humans, right? So Helix Fire was asking, so once your Kundalini is activated, how do you turn on and off your ability so you don't get overwhelmed by spirit message? Oh, that's a great question. It took me about 3 months to integrate this on and off switch, right? So at the beginning, it was just toning it down, and sometimes I even try to ignore it, because once you open, you can literally see them constantly. So if I wanted to, I literally can see them all the time and communicate with them all the time. But however, even in the spirit realm, the spirit realm, basically, what's that called? Like, they respect free will. They respect your will. So you have the power to shut it off. It's almost an intention. So you can just say it, I'm intentionally closing it now. And that's kind of the visual and the intention. And sometimes I will vocalize it, like, now I'm going to shut off, or now I'm going to turn it on. And having that intention, it has its energy, it has its frequency into the world. And also, if you don't want to communicate with a particular spirit, they respect you. If you said that, okay, just leave me alone, they will. It's definitely not like Hollywood, ghost movies. It's not scary at all. As a matter of fact, it's very peaceful, to be honest. That's how I see it. And it's absolutely beautiful. That's why my art, those are all my paintings behind me, or crystal grids, are very vibrant, because when I tune in, I see a vibrant field of energy or auras. And that's when I started to crack the code to understand who we truly are at a soul level. Because every one of us has a soul that never dies or never born. And that's actually reside in our heart chakra, around the heart area. And that's when I see when a person's particular, if your person radiating particular aura color, that's kind of dominant, I know that this aura layer is strong. Basically, if you're radiating a particular color, meaning that you are, very strong in that particular energy. Now that's also an indication of particular aura layer or chakras. It's throbbing or strong, because we are the power center, like the electromagnetic field. What is the power source? The power source of our aura are all these 7 chakras, or the wheel of energy that's along our spine. Now we have more than 7 chakras. Just these 7 are the major ones that's along our spine that cause the Kundalini awakening. So what I see is that there are 3 different type of aura colors. First, I want to differentiate. The first type is your mood aura, and that changes all the time, literally around a person's face, right? Is this person happy or upset, or what's going on? That's pretty much around your face. Like if a person's face is turning red, you will say that, look, she or he is getting shy or getting angry, right? That's very intuitive. You can pick it up. And then a second type of aura is called the personality aura, and that radiates around your head. And that tells me whether this person is outgoing, introvert, analytical, or intuitive, right? So that's semi-permanent, and that doesn't change as often, because I think kids change that more often rather than adults, because they get influenced a little bit more. Their personality is not fully formed. And once you reach adulthood, only significant life events happens in your life that will alter your personality a little bit. And the last type of aura is your soul aura. And that's what I saw when I had my Kundalini awakening, mainly around your heart chakra. Now, that's the most permanent of the 3. It doesn't mean that it doesn't change. It still changes. But that requires you either heal a soul wound or learn a soul lesson, which requires longer time frame to heal, right? Typically around 7 years, to be honest. But your soul aura will evolve into a different soul aura. So basically, your soul aura it's comprised of the main 6 layers of your aura layers, or your chakras, because the crown it's on the top. Once the other 6 aura layers is healed and balanced to a certain degree, the crown chakra will automatically open. So that's why I mentioned the mainly 6 other aura layer within your body, the composition of it. The stronger aura layers, typically there are 2 aura layers. Each of us are really strong, and those are your soul aura colors. Those are the throbbing colors that I see radiating around human, even animals and plants. And the weaker aura layer, that's your soul wound. Basically, that particular aura layer is weak. So that color does not soul as much. Now, for example, I was born with a tangerine soul aura color, so more like a yellow or red shade of orange. And if you are an artist, or if you can see aura color, you know exactly what I mean. Because in the color wheel, and literally in the back of my book, right, if I have more orange color, I naturally have less blue, right? So it's orange and blue are complementary colors. If you have more of these, you have less that. That means I was born with a blue aura layer soul wound. So this is the wound that I need to heal in order to evolve this lifetime, right? So at a soul level, we are made up of light. That answers my first soul searching question. Who are we, right? Okay, before I go down to the next question, I see another question from the audience. So do you read aura emotions based on the color as it assigned to each chakra, or do you assign specific meanings by some other way? Okay, so Helix Fire was asking about a aura reading question. So the emotions, it's more also by feeling. I'm also clairsentient. So besides looking at the color, where the emotion comes from, I can also actually feel it. So once I tune in a person's auric field, I pretty much can feel the same emotions that he or she is feeling. And also the aura, the emotional aura, it's kind of like serve as a confirmation, and it's typical by the color. So I use clairsentient skill plus color. And I can see if a person's face is turning all the way red and it's like raging, it's like fiery heat, and that I know that the person's angry, right? And the like happiness and joyful is typical yellow, and like a lighter shade of yellow, like daffodil. Those are the happy colors, right? Light shade of yellow. And then if someone is sad, it's a really deep color, like really dark purple, dark blue, like literally why would people call it like I'm feeling a little blue. That's not out of nowhere. It's just an intuitive pick of person's emotion, right? Okay, so I after I discover who are we on a soul level, we are made up of light, right? And light is energy. And what is energy? Energy is just information that vibrates. So information that vibrates at a particular frequency and wavelength, that's why you see different piece of information. And this information, your soul aura color, tells me 3 key pieces of information about your soul when you incarnate, right? It tells me what your soul gift is. So, what your soul gift archetype is. I developed 9 universal soul gift archetypes after I channel with my spirit team. It's very interesting because it's also the number 9, right? I remember, and then later on I reflect upon Enneagram, also have 9 archetypes. So that's the 9 soul gift archetypes. For example, I was born with an artist soul gift archetype. Tangerine is my soul aura color. So no wonder I wasn't happy, because I wasn't in alignment with my born natural soul gift. If I am a creative, I'm a free spirit, and I'm an artist, I was doing data analysis. Of course, I'm going to get sick, right? That's why my wake-up call just steer me back on track. Hey, you're sidetracking. You are not embodying your soul's gift to be of service this lifetime, right? So that's one of the warning. So that's the first piece of information, that's our soul aura, that tells us about our soul, what we are naturally good at. And this soul gift you've been accumulate them from lifetimes. This is not the first lifetime that you've been using them to be of service, right? That's why it's called your soul gift. The second piece of information is your soul wound. What are you here to heal? For example, I'm more orange, so I have less blue. So my born soul wound was the blue aura layer, although I have already healed it. Otherwise, you wouldn't see me speaking here live in this podcast. Because blue aura layer is about communication. So my symptom was nose bleeding and strep throat constantly when I was a child. And that's related to the throat chakra, about communication, the organs around here. Your soul wound can manifest either in physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual symptoms, right? So mine was manifested in physical symptoms. So I can literally tell that was my throat chakra out of balance. And the last piece of information about your soul aura color is your soul lessons. So the aura layer that you are neither very strong or very weak, those are your lessons. So basically, they are a negative patterns. You're going on this hamster wheel for many lifetimes, and it's time for you to make a conscious choice to choose a different pattern so that you can get a different outcome. So those can be limiting beliefs, inner child healing, childhood trauma that you adopted from somebody, some culture, as well as self-acceptance, whether you can actually accept who you are and be yourself, right? So those are the soul lessons. So that answers the second question, why are we here, right? So the first question is, who are we? We're made of light. Why are we here? We are here to evolve. So in evolution, it's encoded in our DNAs. If you read Gene Keys, every single gene in our DNA says evolution. So we want to become a better version of ourselves. So what does that mean? That means to use your soul gift to be of service so that you can have fulfillment, joy, and abundance, as well as healing your soul wounds. So you don't get the suffering recurring again and again. At the same time, learning your soul lessons. So that's the assignment for us collectively. Although individually we have different soul wounds and soul lessons, but collectively we are all here to heal and evolve. And also until we reach a point that every single aura layer is balanced, whole, and then we achieve this state, the ancient sages are called enlightenment. It's literally to embody your light, because our soul is light. So we're returning back to that light, and we radiate mostly white or golden aura. And that's the sages like, Jesus Christ and Buddha have walked the human path and reached enlightenment. That's what they're describing. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like almost like a moment, to me to understand this. And then how can we be happy? So the third question is, who are we? Why are we here? Last question is, how can we be happy? It's literally to make conscious choices that's in alignment for your soul's growth. You don't want to sidetrack, just like me doing something else. Well, you can, a little bit is fine, minder, so you enjoy life a little bit. But the main theme or the main purpose is for you to make choices that's in alignment with your soul's growth, but not backtracking or don't stuck in the same state, state of consciousness all the time. And that's pretty much it. If we make conscious choice, like for example, forming my business, writing the book, channeling the system, creating art, that's totally in alignment with my soul gift, and I'm doing it right now. So that's how you can literally embody your light and evolve as a higher level of light being. Let me put it that way. But I don't want it to sound like it's a goal to achieve. It's more about returning a whole or balanced state. It's not like a score that you need to hit. So don't think of it that way. It's not a competition. Okay. So so there is a question from the audience, 333 Cake. Can you tell me, does PTSD affect auras and the chakras? I feel very stuck on my healing journey and wonder if my PTSD it's hindering me. Yes, any type of PTSD or any, sickness or illness can affect our aura. It's just a physical and emotional, and for PTSD, it's also a mental state symptom of the soul wound aura layer, right? And mostly PTSD, basically symptoms are related to the root chakra, so your red aura layer. So that's threaten your survival instinct, so like security, safety, as well as emotional. You need to like basically purge a lot of emotional that gets stuck in your sacral chakra, as well as the that particular traumatic event that led you to this current state. So there are few aura layers I would say that you need to look into: your red aura layer, your sacral chakra, your orange aura layer, as well as your heart chakra. That's another thing. So those are the three. I think it's kind of multi-level, and also it really depends on that particular event. What is it related to, and also which part of your body is experiencing those symptoms. Okay, so those are the things to look at. I hope this answers your questions. 333 cake. So as I was discussing, what our soul aura is, and how can it tell, those three important questions: who are we, why are we here, how can we be happy? And so that's why it's so important to understand our soul aura layer, because once we understand our soul aura color and its composition, which one is our gift, which one is our wound, we can consciously choose to heal, using different modalities to heal our aura layer. If it is a physical symptom, you can use Ayurveda, a dietary, natural diet to help it. And if it's a mental symptom or emotional symptom, actually even spiritual symptom, meditation. I always go to meditation. Remember my personal journey that meditation becomes my medication. It heals my anxiety and depression and panic attacks. I'm sure it also will heal PTSD, although there were other techniques out there to heal different aura layers. And also it mentioned in my book, right? I list a list of holistic ways, alternative medicine. Now, I'm not against modern medicine. Don't take me wrong. That's also good to use. But, holistic medicine can also heal from an energetic and a soul level, right? Today, I also want to share, since it's the beginning of 2026. Okay, so Afshan, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I also got a question from the audience saying that what the benefit of chakra color visualization. Okay, so I guess it's a visualization technique or meditation. Visualizing different color light restore in its radiance, or when it's fully radiant and all of the aura layers are having that particular color, will also attract your auric field to become and restore that radiance. So literally your brain or your subconscious mind doesn't know what's real or what's imagined or what's imagination. Basically, your subconscious mind just believe everything is true. So if you visualize all 7 aura layers are, vibrating or radiating vibrant color of its original form, it's going to help kind of trick your subconscious mind that I am whole, I'm healthy, I'm balanced. So that's why color visualization is always useful. And also using crystals or wearing that particular color or decorating your home or your living space or office space with that particular color can also help to restore or balance that particular aura layer, if that makes sense. Okay. So I have so 333K was saying that, thank you for answering my question. I have your aura color wheel book. I will go back to for some alternative therapy. Yes, that listed out there. And also for PTSD, it might take a little longer, as I mentioned, almost like 5 to 7 years. It's not really everybody apply, but it takes a little bit time and your conscious intention to fully heal it. And I'm actually going to launch my membership. I haven't done this before. It's a brand new membership in the Feng Shui Crystal Grid Intention Grid Workshop in January 22nd. I'm going to launch this membership, and it's every month we're going to meet on a monthly basis where we're going to have a checkup. Where we're going to gather together, have an aura checkup for everybody. So if you're interested, you can join that membership so I can answer your questions as your soul growth, evolution journey. You have any questions or you need to hear some spirit messages, I will be there for you. So, stay tuned and maybe join that membership later and we can work on our soul's evolution together, right? Okay, so Helix Fire has a question saying that how do you determine the top priority areas in your life that spirit wants you to heal? So that's self-consciousness. That's why meditation is so important. Which priority? Yes, sometimes we have several aura layers that we are working simultaneously. It's all totally okay because sometimes aura layers work in pairs, right? They don't just work, separately or isolated. So which priority aura layers that we work on, it's totally up to you. It's like free will. But how do you determine that? I would say that, talk to your soul, talk to your spirit team. How do you talk to them? Meditation. If you sit down really quiet, if you can have 10 minutes out of your day to do meditation and journaling, you will know the answer. You will achieve the clarity. That's why I want to set up this, monthly meetup groups for us to actually sit and listen to our soul and do some soul journaling or automatic writing to get the answer. Okay. So navel point. Navel point, is that fall in any chakra? Yes, navel point is actually belong in between the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. So it's interesting that you asked that. That's actually a secondary chakra point. This is a chakra point in your label. Okay, so both human design and gene key system mentioned that it's called the sacral chakra, sacral plexus chakra. So it's literally in between. So the color is literally yellow orange. Okay, so it is a chakra point, although it's not one of the main, but it's also a chakra point that we need to heal and focus on. Okay, so it doesn't fall into neither sacral or solar plexus. It's kind of in between. So what does it mean? Okay, practically it means those two aura layer combined. So basically the symptoms of either side, either the sacral or the solar plexus, you will have to work on both of them. That's what it is, right? If you have some issues around that point. Okay, and that's your personal power and also gut instinct. That actually comes from there. Your gut instinct. Oh, I feel it in my stomach. That's actually from there. Yes, 333K says the group sounds amazing. Yes, that will be the membership. I hope to see you inside the membership once it's launched. You are feel free to right now join the Feng Shui, the 2026 Feng Shui Intention Crystal Grid Workshop in January 22nd. And in there, I will discuss more about the details with the membership. Okay, so also today, I also want to discuss, because it's the the beginning of 2026, although the Chinese New Year falls in February 17. So don't worry if you haven't finished all this New Year intention setting, or it's a process. Don't force yourself a deadline, artificial deadline of human time. That okay, I have to finish it before the New Year, right? So it's a process. And the Chinese New Year is more forgiving because the lunar calendar says the New Year is actually on February 17. And the 3 signs that you're on purpose. This question I get quite a bit from my audience. Is like, how do I know that I am on purpose, right? So it's, first of all, if you're on purpose, you feel aligned. So meaning that you feel fulfilled in most of the time. You don't always feel frustrated, right? Even when challenges rise, you can just ride the flow. You have a strong core that you kind of feel like, okay, I'm on my journey, towards the best version of myself, right? And I'm using my gift to be of service. I'm healing and I'm learning. And you also notice synchronicities will increase, things that happen in synchronicity, just like how I signed my book contract with Hay House. It was like just an email drop in my inbox because I am totally in alignment with my soul's purpose. And also you feel energized when you're sharing your lateral gift. Just like me having this podcast, it's like I'm just sharing it. So it's very natural, right? So I'm kind of embodying it. So hopefully you see an example of it. So that's kind of a sign that you're on purpose for number one. And number two is that you experience growth from healing and lessons, not just achievements. So it's not only about success, but also that we so-called failure or mistakes. It's also for us to understand what doesn't work and we grow out of it. Like, those hamster wheel, those negative patterns you kind of get stuck in. And now I can unstuck myself. Like I don't want to repeat that. So next time I know what to do, right? And you can identify any negative patterns and consciously work through them. And you're not afraid to admit any shadows of yourself or self-inquiry. You can even just, you don't judge yourself harshly. You just accept every single part of yourself as who you are. That's the evolution beginning. So that's the second sign that you're on purpose. And lastly, your decision. This is very important. Now I've been rising up to it more and more often. So your decision comes from your soul's inner guidance or your spirit team's guidance, not an external should or must. Okay. So like, if you resonate with my advice or recommendation, go ahead and listen to it. And if you don't feel resonating, you choose your own thing. As long as it's coming from your soul or spirit guidance, and you actually make decisions based on that, rather than external pressure or what the society says what it should be done, what my parents says it should be done, what my friend says it should be done. Even if I'm building a business, a billionaire tell me to do this, but if that's a guess with your soul's gut instinct, talking about that navel and sacral chakra point, right? If it's really disarray with what you really believe in, then I say F it. Right? So that's when you know that your soul is on purpose. Like those are the three signs very clearly that you're on purpose. You can make decisions according to your soul's guidance with clarity, and you are able to negate those negative patterns and get out of the hamster wheel from growth and accept every part of yourself, as well as you feel more joyful and synchronicity, and you're riding the flow of life. So those are the three important signs that you can get from, how you're on purpose. And then I got another question from Ashran Siddiq. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name right. It's an audience question. Another request is that how I understand that my sacral solar chakra awakening or working or symptoms. Actually, the easiest way is that your gut instinct is super strong. So I give you an example. If that particular chakra is working really well, sometimes I get downloads. Sometimes I just know. It's a psychic ability called precognition. It comes from that energy center. Precognition is that you just know something is going to happen. It haven't happened yet, okay? But something in the near future is going to happen. So some people is that I know that person is going to give me a call. But I just know that it's going to contact me, and then the call comes, right? Or I am, for some reason I sense, this friend is going to have an accident. No matter it's good or bad, okay, it's going to happen. based on the current timeline. If you don't intentionally change it, you kind of sense it that it's happening. That's like from a psychic standpoint, that's the strongest signal that that chakra is working. And from a more mental emotional standpoint, is that your personal power. So like it's similar to solar plexus, is that you feel fully empowered. You are confident. You are not doubting your decisions. You have a strong sense of self-identity. Like I know who I am and I'm okay with who I am, right? So that's kind of the sense from the solar plexus chakra side. And then another symptom is that your emotion, you're generally pretty good without emotional swings. So it's not the big swings, because that's from the sacral chakra. And you're accepting your inner child. So, you can feel your emotions, but you can healthily process them without, negative consequences, if you know what I mean. So those are the, three kind of the symptoms that you can get. And from a physical standpoint, the last one I would pick is that basically the organs inside, literally directly inside of that navel point. So your organs, I think it's the large intestine or the small intestine, like around the area, is working really well. So meaning that you have your, daily goal in terms of peeing and pooping. I know it sounds a little bit, but that's like important part of the human life, right? Digestion, that particular part of organ is functioning around the area. There was no sickness around that organ. So that's another way to tell that that particular chakra of that particular aura layer's energy is working. From physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual symptoms. Spiritual is psychic abilities. Mental, and it's like you don't have negative self-talks, right? You believe in yourself. You have strong self-empowerment, self-identity. And emotional, you're pretty emotionally stable and self-regulated and okay to accept negative emotions and process them healthily. Physical, you can know that the area doesn't have sickness. You don't need to go to the doctor because of that, something inside of your navel area that has infection or illness and things like that. So those are the 4 areas that I will look whether the chakra is working. Unless you're psychic. If you're psychic, you can actually see, right, that particular color. Is it radiant or is it kind of dark, have holes or patches? Okay, so the last thing I want to share in today's episode before I go is that 3 ways to remember who you really are. I mentioned about the soul purpose. What is the soul aura color? Why is it so important to remember it? And also 3 signs for you to check if you're on your purpose. And lastly is, how do I, like, if I am not that sure if I'm on my purpose yet, what are the ways that I can work on so that I am following my own path or remembering who the heck I am, right? So very, very important. If you haven't taken the Soul Aura Color course in the Aura Color Wheel book or on my website, again, it's helencreatesbeauty.com. I'm going to put it in the chat again. On my website, the first link is to take the Soul Aura Color course. Once you take the course, you understand what your soul aura color is, and that tells you what your soul gift archetype is currently, because you're going to evolve. So you want to recheck it from time to time, meaning that maybe your different aura layer, that you need to work on might have shifted, right? And the second thing, in that course, it's going to tell you what are your soul wounds and what are your soul lessons and recommendations of what you can do to heal it or balance it, right? So it's important, first of all, if you don't know who you are yet, take the quiz. It's channeled. This 20-question quiz only takes you 7 minutes, and it's completely channeled through spirit. I did automatic writing with them. So it's not like I use my logical brain or conscious brain to make them up. It's completely channeled from spirit. And then Also, I will highly recommend the second way. The first way is to, okay, now I've kind of figured out what my soul aura color is, like what I'm working on right now. And the second way is meditate. Meditation is so important and only requires 10 minutes a day. I'm not asking you for longer than that, right? And if you can consistently doing it for 21 days, you will see a huge difference, huge shift in your life. And because during meditation, it's just like prayer is you talk to God, and meditation is you listen to God. In order to receive spirit messages from your soul, your higher self, as well as your spirit team, you need to meditate to listen to them. It's like I always want spirit guidance, but I never want to do meditation. It's same thing like you're saying that I want my dream husband or my dream wife, but I never want to date them. It's similar, it's equivalent. It's like you want to manifest that soulmate, right? But you don't want to spend time with them. It doesn't happen. So meditation is literally, I call it my day with my angels or my day with my spirit guides. Once you sit there, you open and you said a prayer. Hey, spirit team who are currently working with me, please come close to me and show me any signs, symbols, or messages that I easily understand for me, so that I can keep connecting with you. That's as simple as that. And try that for at least a week, right? And if you feel called, I have the meditation bundle, the Rainbow Aura meditation bundle with the original visual frequency music, literally going to heal every single aura layer. Just like the chakra visualization meditation, it's as strong because sound is another vibrational frequency that's going to restore your aura. So just by listening to that, frequency, it's going to help to heal that particular aura layer. So it's 7 meditation per, aura layer. That's why it's 49. And it's so cheap. You can't believe it. Just go to my website. And also you get $50 off if you have already purchased the Aura Color Wheel book. Remember, that's one of the bonus, right? So the second way to literally remember who you truly are is to meditate or establish a regular meditation practice and journal, right? And the last thing I would say in order to remember who you are is to heal and strengthen your aura layer through self-study and observation. Remember, there was a great question in the audience, and he or she asked, how do I know which priority I need to work on for which aura layer? That's a question to your soul. You need to study yourself, deep. So you need to know yourself so much that you know instinctively or intuitively that what you need to work on right now, right? So that's through self-study. And also, each aura layer has different symptoms. I listed in the book that you can refer back to. I always use that journal prop, almost like a self-checkup. Okay, what symptoms am I experiencing now? And what are the things that I need to work on right now? And balancing these aura layers using tools that are also listed in the book, right? Like crystal healing, sound therapy, Ayurveda, conscious living with your nature cycles, and all of these, the daily inner light meditation that's you can download with the book. Once you purchase the book, you'll have an inner light meditation that I do to cleanse my aura every single day, right? So those are the tools. The self-study, actually the first page of my book, or the foreword of literally my book, is Lao Tzu saying, knowing others is wise, knowing yourself is enlightenment. And the Aura Color Wheel system, it's all about helping you to know yourself. If you haven't noticed that yet, that's about all knowing yourself. And in order to do that, you have to spend time with your soul and your spirit team. I hope this episode is going to help you really think about, if you are on track with your soul's purpose, understand your soul aura color a little bit more, and to remember who you truly are at a soul level. So I just saw Amy from Canada, mixing babies and business. Hello, Amy. Happy New Year. She is one of the members inside the Aura Color Wheel Facebook circle. That's also, once you got the book, you get to be in the circle, and I host live Q&A and spirit message reading there. 333 Cake says this has been so helpful. Thank you, Helen. I'm so glad to hear that. So I also hope the audience who are going to listen this audio is going to take away, have something to chew on, to some insight that can dawn on their soul level. Definitely, if you haven't taken the Soul Aura Color course, take it. It's going to give you huge insight about your soul. And also, if you have already purchased the book, absolutely join me in the Feng Shui. I'm going to add to the stage again with the New Year intention Feng Shui Crystal Grid Workshop. It's on Thursday, January 22nd from 10 to 11:30 p.m. 11 p.m. a.m. in Pacific time. So you change it to your time zone. Inside this particular workshop, we are going to connect with our spirit team, set our New Year intention, and create a personalized crystal grid to manifest your intention, and then hand it to your personal Feng Shui lucky direction. So I can't wait to see you there. The only requirement is you have to leave a 5-star review on the Amazon. It will be my energetic exchange, to my service to you, because I really want this book to reach more audience. And the only way to do that is by, leaving reviews on Amazon, so more people will be able to find it. Okay. So I hope you a beautiful, beautiful new year and beautiful week, the beginning of 2026. I hope to see you there. And next week, next Monday, I will schedule the new episode. So I'm going to be here every Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time live. If you want to ask me any questions, or you can put it in the comment of what you want me to discuss in the upcoming episodes. I will be live on myself for 3 episodes every month. And the last episode, I will bring on a guest to interview. And then on Tuesday, so every Tuesday, you will be able to find this podcast in audio on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And I hope to see you very soon. See you next Monday. Bye, everybody.